This is video number 3 in the 3D Experience CATIA Generative Shape Design application. This playlist is for the Surface tab. We have already created a playlist for the Wireframe tab. This is for the Surface tab, how you create surfaces. And the particular icon that I want to discuss is called Sphere, okay? And when you are in Generative Shape Design, the ribbon at the bottom looks like so. If you select the Surface tab, you're going to get a pull-up menu, and in it, you're going to have the ability to create a sphere. When you double-click on that icon, you will get this dialog box, which needs to be filled out. We have to specify the center. You have to specify the axis of rotation of the sphere and the radius. Okay. Now, it is possible to do part spheres or full sphere depending on which one of these things you specify. It's a very simple operation. So let's dive in and do it. It's going to be very long. So on the here's the Surface tab. Pull up menu. There's a sphere. First thing we need to do is to create a center. Now, I don't have a point here, but you can always do it on the fly. If you have a point, you go pick it. If you don't have a point, you go and create it. You go create it. All right. If you want it at 0, 0, 0, that's where you're going to put. So I'll put down 100, 200, and 50, and 100. 100. Okay. So, oops. Say okay, no problem. This is an artifact. There is a problem with either my laptop graphics card or some bug. I don't know. If you double click on it, this is what happened. So based on the center that you define, that coordinates that you define, the center is right there, right there. You see that? Now, this is not the full sphere. So you're asking for parallel, you're asking for the meridional start and parallel start to be these values. Notice that as you move things around, this shape of the sphere, partial sphere will change. So for example, you can do stuff like this. That's why the axis becomes important, because this axis will determine the parallel and meridional directions, okay? In the absence of anything selected, it picks something that seems to be z-axis. Let me try the y-axis, for example. Yeah, so it allows you to create an axis system. Now, not a line, it won't allow you to create a line, but axis system. So let me click on it. Okay, you can create an axis system. For example, if you want the origin of it to be that location, you can actually go ahead and pick it. See that? Yeah, so you can go ahead and pick the origin, that location, or create it. It really doesn't matter. Actually, you know what? Let me do the following. Let me go and create it. Create. Okay, where are we right now? We're right there. So let me actually make this thing y of minus 200, 300. Review. So it created a point over there. This is the origin. And I'll leave it like this, but I say okay. I say okay. And I can also rotate this thing. Where is this thing? It's right there. You can see that, right there. You can also rotate it if you want. So I'm going to say Euler angle. I'm going to rotate this thing so that you can put it in an arbitrary direction. Does that make you happy? Okay, very good. All right, good. So the sphere's origin is going to be about this. Now, let's give it a bigger radius so that we can see it. The origin of it is still 0.1, but the directions are determined by this. So The origin of it is 0.1 because I didn't change the location of the origin, okay? And the radius, you can make it bigger or smaller. And the meridian and parallel angles are determined by this coordinate system. So you can see that. You see this? See this? Pretty much it. So the moral of the story is that you need the origin of the sphere. You need a coordinate system that if it's not the global XYZ, you have to go and create it. And then you control the size of the sphere by the radius and these angles. If you want a full sphere, just click on it. You get the full sphere at that location. At that location. Which location? At the location where the center was placed and using, of course, for the full sphere, it doesn't matter what coordinate system you use. It's fairly straightforward, except for this last item that if you want, you can create your axis system. The axis system, the axis of the rotation of the sphere is always about the z-axis. If you want to have non-full sphere size, if you want to have full sphere, then of course it doesn't matter. But this axis system that you create or you already have determines the meridional and parallel angles. That's pretty much it.